Welcome to the Board of Health meeting of October 6, 2025. Please note this meeting is being recorded and will be available shortly hereafter for scheduled and on-demand viewing on any smartphone or tablet device. If anyone else is recording this meeting, please notify the chairman. Pursuant to Governor Healy's March 29, 2023 signing of the acts of 2023 extending certain COVID-19 measures adopted during the state of emergency, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law until June 30th, 2027. This meeting of the Chatham Board of Health is being conducted in person and via remote participation. Every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. Reminder that persons who would like to listen to this meeting while in progress may do so by calling the phone number 508-945-4410, conference ID 933-751-405 #, or they may join the meeting online via Microsoft Teams through the link in the posted agenda. Well, this is a live broadcast, simulcast on Chatham TV Channel 8 and 1072. Despite our best efforts, we may not be able to provide real-time access. We will post a record of this meeting on the town's website as soon as possible. Now I'll turn the meeting over to our chairman, Dr. Noble Hanson.
Thank you. It shall be the policy of this board to conduct its meetings under the open meetings law so as to encourage public participation whenever time permits and as part of agenda item discussions. So we have 3 items on the agenda today, but first let's establish a quorum, and when I call your name, please say present. Carol Joyce.
Carol Boyce.
Boyce.
The other one's not.
I've done that before.
Carol Joyce.
Carol Joyce isn't here yet.
Carol Boyce.
I'm here.
You're here. John Beckley.
Present.
Ron Broman.
Yeah.
Dick Edwards.
Present.
Noble Hanson, I'm here, and we have our 2 alternates, Ron Weiser.
Present.
And Joanne Kalb.
Here.
Okay. So we have a quorum. First, I want to welcome Andy Grover, who's
Yes.
a new member of the Health Department. A good addition, so should be great.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to be part of the team, and yeah, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
We have a great leader here, and
We're happy to have him. He was able to hit the ground running, and he's been already a great component of our team, so.
Nice.
all right. So first, we're going to continue with our show cause hearings for the short-term rental violations of non-compliant registrations, and we have 3 different properties. We'll take one at a time, and Judy will sort of present the case and how the situation stands at this time. The first one is Thomas and Kathleen Trudeau, 102 Bayview Road. And Judy, you want to get us up to date on that?
So I'm assuming there's no one here, there's no one in the audience, and I don't see anyone online to represent themselves on this. Karen, our short-term rental inspector, and she was not able to be here this afternoon, but she did all the work to follow up on these 3. She originally sent out 5 letters, and 2 of them, she did get them registered. So Teresa Wall is the owner of 322 Old Harbor Road. She was sent 2 letters, May and August of 2024. A 3rd letter certified, I think this is 2025. Oh, no, it's 2024. And then a 4th letter in July of 2025. We don't think they received any of these letters. We did post one on the property about this hearing last week. So we're I think we're kind of concerned they've never received anything.
Is this all of them, or just
No, I'm just talking about the first one, Teresa Wall.
Teresa, first one on the list, Teresa Wall? Okay.
Right. So Karen was suggesting perhaps we continue this one for 1 more month because we'd like to try again. We did post it on the house. She said she drove by it, must have been today, and she says the letter's gone now. So we're hoping maybe they'll contact us. We'd like to just give them a little more time because we can't even, if we start sending them fining notices, we don't even know they're going to get them. So
And this one has been listed, Karen says is listed on Airbnb.
It's on Airbnb, right? And the thing, we can also perhaps use the police department to try and get more information about current address and such, so.
But
Do we know if the property is occupied?
It's a active listing on
No, no, is
Airbnb.
somebody in the property at this time? Is there an
Sure.
automobile in front of the
I
house?
mean, when we were there was nobody there. It's not no one's living there year round.
What's the mailing address that we're sending the notices to? It's not the property, to rent the
It's
property.
whatever they have in the assessor's listing,
Okay,
so,
so we're following by the book, the official
right.
address for all
Where
town-related.
they receive their tax bills. and
Yes,
water
everything
bills.
else.
I don't know, it's just, it's strange. They're not getting these. I mean,
They could be getting them and ignoring them, too.
Well, this is registered mail,
I think she.
certified, so they have to sign it when they get it. So you would know if they received it.
Yeah, it was not delivered. But
didn't
she, actually, she said that all the other letters came back, and the one about the hearing was forwarded, but we haven't heard anything. We don't know.
Okay, so the first and the second letter were mailed, US mail, and they came back in the mail as undeliverable.
Right, and then the third letter as well, and then the fourth letter,
Third letter was the certified one, and nobody signed for that.
And it
so
came
that
back. and then the fourth letter is the one about the hearing, and that was, it says it was forwarded. I don't know if we do have an address on
So it
that.
sounds to
There's an
me,
address, Chestnut Street, Boston.
Yeah.
That's where it was originally sent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the address we have for her.
but the mail is usually pretty good. So if you mail something and it comes back, it was undeliverable for whatever reason. So
Right.
that must be a bad
Address.
address.
So I don't, she recommends that we give another month to try and
She
dig,
meaning.
Karen, I'm sorry, Karen,
Tremazza, who's the.
to dig a little deeper into this one.
I have a question about the property. On the assessor's database, they're assessing it as a 4-room, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. But in their listing, it's a 3-bedroom, and the 3rd bedroom is in the basement, a finished basement.
Right. Those are things that once we get it registered, we would suss out, we
Could
would,
that be why they're avoiding us?
I don't know. I mean, it could be, but that, at this point, we're just trying to get them registered so we can have them fill out the application, show us what they have, and we can see the listing and tell them,
Perhaps a
this is not a
summons.
legal bedroom, or it is, and
The summons would get attention.
a summons.
I mean, a notice of penalty might get attention. I mean,
Oh,
if the fourth letter, I'd buy the idea that the first three, if they came back, that tells me the US Postal Service could not deliver them. So that tells me credibly that there's probably a problem there. However, the fourth letter in July 2025 was put on the building and was picked up by someone.
Well, we just posted it on the building last week.
Okay.
But the.
Wasn't
these-
July.
There was also a certified letter that went out,
And then there was
About
no,
the
there was
hearing.
no one there
July.
to sign it,
Okay,
accept it.
all right.
and that
I'm
one,
okay then.
that one says it was forwarded, so
Okay.
I just don't know where it was forwarded to.
I guess we give them
Yeah,
more.
I mean, there's lots of questions. I would just say Karen has worked very hard at this, and she's doing it all different ways. And if her feeling is to delay this some and give her more
Okay.
time, that I would
Go with it.
tend to go along with that.
Okay, all right.
Noble,
Yes.
I'm sorry we're bombarding you with so many questions that have
That's
no
okay.
answers. But the addresses are coming off from the assessor's office. Are they paying their taxes?
I didn't ask, I can find out.
I'm just wondering if there's a trust involved with this that are perhaps just paying their taxes.
Yeah,
and
sometimes
nobody
that's,
knows where
I mean, this is the kind of thing I think Karen would know about, or maybe she investigates it. We don't really know all the different things she's doing, but I know she voluntarily goes on Airbnb and
Yeah.
tries to track things down.
Yeah, I mean, I would just ask her if they're paying their taxes,
Yeah.
or if they're being paid by a trust, and maybe if they're being paid by a trust, we contact the trust.
Yeah.
Or why not go on the Airbnb, like you want to rent the property?
That's a great idea.
Do an undercover deal.
Really?
I'll do that. I volunteer.
Yeah.
How does Airbnb work? You have to email back? There's
You
not a
usually
contact
have
phone
to
number.
sign up, you have to put in your dates and kind of sign up, and then
Rest, yeah. when
then
you
they,
want it.
eventually the owner contacts you, but it's,
Right.
I'm not sure if you have to
that's a
put money down right away, or, I don't know. That seems a little
When
crazy.
did they notice that the letter that was on the door wasn't there anymore?
She just told me that today. I'm trying to remember what day, it was early last week, we went out, the two of us, and posted them.
So fairly
So,
recently then.
Yeah,
So it's within a week.
yeah. I mean, usually, if someone stayed there this weekend, they would have maybe had a cleaner in, and somebody would have, because I know one of the other ones we posted, and the cleaner was there when we posted it. So,
All right.
so
So do we need to vote on what to do, or we can just have a discussion?
yeah, no, you should vote, I think, to continue it to a November hearing.
Okay.
All right, so maybe we can get a motion to continue Teresa Wall to another meeting.
Okay, so move.
Second?
Second.
And then, any input from the public?
Nope.
You guys are pretty creative.
Why, we out of order?
No, you're great.
Oh,
All right,
we try to get the public involved. Maybe
All right.
Teresa.
We got to vote, we got to
Okay,
vote.
and then we'll take a vote. Carol Boyce,
Yes.
John Beckley?
Yes.
Ron Broman?
Yes.
Dick Edwards?
Yes.
Noble Hanson, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so,
That takes care of
Teresa
that.
Wall will be continued. And then the next on the list, Judy, is Herder Thomas, or Thomas Herder, and
Thomas Herder.
Caitlin Bernard,
yep.
and that's 89 George Ryder Road.
We have been in touch with, similar situation, the letters weren't being delivered, but this is the one that we posted last weekend, the cleaners were there. This is a Delmar property, and Karen has been in touch with Delmar, who said that they would get in touch with the owner and have them register it. It hasn't happened yet. It's been a few weeks now.
few
So,
weeks.
I think this one's pretty straightforward. I don't know who, someone's ignoring us for some reason on this one, I think.
Do you know, can Karen get a phone number of the owners of the property from Delmar? Can they give that information out?
They can if they, if they want to.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether,
Karen,
I think she tried calling the third one. I'm not sure about this one, whether she had a number for them or not. So,
But the fourth letter was mailed July 8th, 2025, and it did not come back as undeliverable.
That's what it said.
yeah, that one, yeah, those, because those were all sent regular mail as well, so. Those letters didn't, they went out regular mail, so.
and then how long ago was Delmar contacted, do you know? About?
She's been speaking with them, as of last week, she had emailed them.
And what about July 24? That letter never came back either? That was,
They were sent out certified and regular mail. I don't think those came back. The third letter was not delivered, that's what she said, and the hearing letter was not delivered. Those were both certified, but the regular mail ones I don't think came back. And Delmar knows about it. They weren't officially notified, but she's spoken to them. So it's one of their listings.
And is this is another one that is advertised as a 4-bedroom, sleeps 10, And the town has it assessed as a 6-room, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house?
Well, again, those are things that once we, once,
4-bedroom house?
those are things we look into once we get them
That's exactly the
registered.
kind of thing that the short-term rental
Right,
regulations.
that's the whole point of this, so.
Writing that down.
We're not addressing that at this point until we get them registered, and then we can look at the listings themselves and discuss how they're being used.
So the responsibility to comply with a short-term rental is up to the property, not the rental agency. But the rental agency
It depends.
does have some,
Some rental agencies take care of it for their clients, others require them to do it, so it
but you'd
depends.
think they'd have some responsibility.
Yeah,
So what, this is a little different than the last one, because there has been contact with the rental agency that's in contact with them, so something should happen. So is there a reason to start fines, or?
What does
was
Karen
Karen's
want to do with
recommendation?
this one?
on these two, she feels we should start finding them,
I agree.
Oh, she, with this, so
the
That-
next two, yeah.
89 George Ryder Road,
Let's do an assessment, let's do a penalty.
Yep,
I'm very comfortable with that.
so begin the fines as the regulations.
That's what I would say.
Today.
And then that would be as of today or tomorrow, it winds up being?
it'll probably be, she'll probably get the letters out sometime this week, and she'll fine for like 3 or 4 days.
And how will she send those letters out? By US mail? Or on the property?
That's what we've been doing, but I think we'll post them as well. I think last time we posted.
You know, when I, years ago, when I worked in public health, our attorneys would tell us that if you send it US mail and it does not come back, there's a presumption of delivery.
Right,
And then if you post it in addition,
yep.
I
So
think
that's what
any
we'll
judge
do.
would say, well, my gosh, I mean, that's more than an adequate.
After the last time, we decided we're gonna post everything on the property. So we'll send it regular mail and post it.
Right, okay.
Now, in this one, the address, 89 George Ryder Road, is also the address of the owners. The letter was sending to 89 George Ryder Road.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Is that what
probably the
Delmar
assessors,
lists as the owner's contact information?
I mean, we can do a copy to them. They're not the owners, they're not the legal, we can CC them on it, which I think would help, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if the address we have is a rental cottage, then that may be why we're not getting the mail delivered.
I know. She did tell me that the police did say, once we started the fining of these properties, they would do a more thorough search and find out who the owners are and where they are. But they don't want to do it until we get to the fining stage, so.
Okay.
Well, I think also if we start fines, it will encourage the rental agencies to, act in the benefit of their clients and inform them and get things moving.
Okay.
So can I get a motion to begin fines on 89 George Ryder Road?
So move?
And
Second,
that's $300 a day?
200,
Oh, it's 200 a day.
beginning tomorrow.
I'm sorry, there was John first. Anyone second it?
second.
Oh,
And then any input from the public on 89 George Ryder Road? Okay, I'll take a vote and say yes when I call your name. Mrs. Boyce?
Yes.
John Beckley?
Yes.
Ron Broman?
Yes.
Dick Edwards?
I'll say yes for him.
Yeah, and Noble Hanson, yes. Okay, so the fines will begin per Karen's recommendations on 89 George Ryder Road.
All right. So the last one
Do you have the last?
is 102 Bayview. And this one, I think they've received. One of them was returned, but the rest of them were all received. And she also emailed Pine Acres and she emailed the owners, so they seem to really be ignoring us.
Yes. This one, could we,
Yeah.
what has past practice been? Has it been that Karen, at the end of the week, would process like 7 charges? I mean, or would she just do one day and then wait?
No, she's been doing like a bunch at a time,
Like 5 days in
yeah,
a row?
3 to 5 days
Let's
at
do
a
that.
time. Yeah.
I would say do that in this case.
And then kind of waiting to see if we
Pause.
get any response.
Yes.
And then do another batch the following week.
Okay.
So,
I would encourage that in this case.
But technically, the fines could continue as long as it's publicly listed, I guess, even if
You
it's
could just,
vacant.
you could just do every day.
Right, but that, what she's doing now sounds reasonable.
yeah.
And then, we have the option to tailor the fines based on any specific or unusual circumstances in each case later on.
Yes,
So
to adjust, yes. Okay.
And I think it also encourages Pine Acres to act on behalf of their clients, to let them know that this is
They're a
something
good
that they
company. I
can't
would
ignore.
think
Yeah,
they'd be
they're
right
usually
on
pretty
that.
good about this, but I don't know.
So would you have a?
Okay, so that's,
Do you want to vote on that one?
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah. So when I call your name, say how you vote.
Did we pass a motion on
Oh,
this
yeah,
one?
this,
I'll
we
make a
started the new
motion
one.
that we proceed with the penalty assessments.
I'll second.
okay, and public input on 102 Bayview Road.
It's not-
Okay, and then we can take a vote. Carol Boyce,
Yes.
John Beckley,
Yes.
Ron Broman,
Yes.
Dick Edwards,
Yes.
and Noble Hanson, yes. Okay, so that fines will begin going out. That's tomorrow on,
Okay, can I ask one quick question, Noble, before
Yeah.
you move on? So of the people that we've encountered so far who've been very delinquent, do we have any examples of people willfully ignoring the letter as opposed to miscommunication?
Well, this last one, it seems like they've received the letters and they have not been
Okay.
responding. I'm not sure if they don't really understand or,
Oh, but that's,
Well, I like the idea of going to Pine Acres and just saying, you really
Yeah.
need to tell these people what's going on because they're about to incur a boatload of fines.
I think in a previous grouping that Karen had talked directly to the owners, directly.
Yeah.
And then they had not complied. Then when the fines built up, they did come.
you're not going to
and-
find any more evidence
fine.
of that.
A couple of them, actually.
Yeah, I just wondered if it was just all miscommunication, so thanks for that information.
yeah.
Okay, so next on the agenda is a continuation, discussion review of a bedroom definition regulation. We had talked before about it being a policy, but on the advice of attorney, it would be a regulation, which means once we approve a final form of the wording, then we will have a public hearing and go over it again, and then maybe even make some changes at that point.
And then codify it.
Included in your packet is Judy's current Chatham Board of Health regulation determination of bedroom count in residential dwellings. At our last meeting, we had several different things that we threw out that should be changed or added, and Judy can go over the regulation and tell us what parts of this are new from.
Yeah, I
previous one.
apologize, I didn't do tracking. That was a mistake on my part, so that you can't see where I made the changes. But based on my notes from the last meeting, under bedroom, under definitions, under bedroom, bullet number 3 has a door opening. I changed it. It has a door opening of less than 72 inches, and then I added another bullet, or if 72 inches or greater and is adjacent to or includes an ensuite full bathroom, sink, tub, shower. I thought that clarified what your concerns were on that one.
so.
I think, Carol, you had, does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then last was limited access under atypical bedrooms. I didn't change anything there, but I think it's pretty much covered under the whole house count. I did add some language in there. If we can just go back to the top, I'm sorry, under detached structures, I did cross out shower, because you felt that that was not necessary.
Right.
And then going to whole house count, I beefed that up quite a bit, so a lot of that is new. I don't know if you've had a chance to read through it. I added, a room has its distinctive physical borders, a room most often has a distinct domestic function. So this is just for the whole house count, so this is if we're using the total number of rooms divided by 2, and how we would count the rooms, because we had some discussion about, a big open space, with a kitchen,
the great room
dining,
design.
yeah. So, and this is basically right out of that Plymouth or Hingham document.
Now, question. I know we have the two methodologies to calculate. Where does it say that which methodology would be used?
So at the bottom of that whole house room, it says, "The final bedroom count shall be the greater of the number of rooms meeting the physical criteria of a bedroom, section 2 through 4, or the number determined by total room count methodology." So it's the greater of the two.
Okay,
So they're calling it 2 rooms, but there's, 12 total rooms divided by 2.
okay. So this puts it to rest then?
Right, I think so. If
we're not- we
any
don't-
of this seems confusing, it's, please let me know. I've just been,
Right, so if
In it.
it's a 3-bedroom house, but the number of rooms by this definition says it's a 5-bedroom house, then it wouldn't comply with a 3-bedroom septic.
Okay,
I think
Yes.
that's the point.
okay.
And then it addresses the great room, a small dividing wall, half wall,
Yep.
pillars, built-in cabinetry,
Yep,
protrudes into the space. You can then, it can be considered two rooms. And that's a little bit subjective, depending on how we look at it, but I think that gives us some discretion to,
okay.
as is the atypical bedroom classifications, where you say lofts with limited access or bonus rooms. That's a little subjective as well, but we often do see those. Sometimes they're open railings, open into a mudroom, no bathroom.
You can't
in the
spec
vicinity.
everything.
Yeah, you have to kind of use your best judgment, I think, and
Right.
I think the whole room count helps too, with having that in there.
All right.
I'm a little,
and in the loft,
yeah,
there's some definition of what makes it private. And was it, regardless of its openness to the floor or to the room below. So you can have a second-floor room, and if it's completely open with a rail to the floor below, but there's a sort of a private, narrow staircase, and has some privacy that way, it can be considered a bedroom, which is different than, I think, what we would do
And
before.
that is under the whole room count, so you would count it as a separate room. I'm not sure I actually love this section with the loft thing.
That's right, that's a room, quote, a room.
It's
not-
a
not
room,
bedroom.
and they must have had that in there for some reason. Like, they're saying that they wouldn't count it as a separate room if it opened right into a bedroom. So it would, almost like if you had a suite.
Say that again?
If you had, this is saying a loft accessed by a stairwell, spiral staircase, which must be 5 feet or wider, in a separate room regardless of its openness to the room below, unless the loft is only accessible through a bedroom. So they're saying if it was only accessible through a bedroom, it wouldn't be counted as a separate room. If it's an open spiral staircase loft room. You know what I mean? It
Sort of
gets a
mimics the
little, I don't know
bedroom
how often you're
definition
gonna
of-
see something like that, but we could strike that out. I don't think it really,
I think it's okay there. I've actually seen that a couple of times where somebody's created a loft above the bedroom for a husband or wife to have a desk area up
yeah.
there. And I'd hate to have that counted as a room. I mean, if it's in,
If it's open to below, I can, yeah,
but it's open to a bedroom, so it's not exactly like it's 2 bedrooms,
right.
so.
Yeah, we can leave it. I don't think it's something that's gonna, come up a lot.
Yeah, so this is Judy's sort of final document from our previous discussions. Dick?
I'm sorry, with the loft, if the stairs going up to the loft are less than 5 feet wide, it is an extra room?
Extra room. I misstated and said bedroom.
So-
Can be a room,
It is another room.
yeah.
And if it has a spiral staircase that's 5 feet wide, I don't know if I've ever seen such a thing.
I don't know the spiral stair, language comes from the Hingham.
Yeah, a loft access space.
Most spiral staircases are not 5 feet wide.
Right.
They're like 2 feet wide.
Unless it's like
I don't understand.
gone with the wind or something. maybe.
Yeah. I'll have to look at that one a little bit closer. It's,
And going back to the great room, if you have a great room, and it's got a 1 foot extension from that wall and 1 foot from that wall, then it's 2 rooms. And so you could have a kitchen here and a living room there, and it's 2 rooms. If you just take that 1 foot piece and remove it on both sides, it's 1 room. So the kitchen and the living room are 1 room. That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, there's got to be a functionality aspect here, that the space that's functionally used for one thing, and this space is functionally used for another thing. Why can't we then interpret that as two functionally 2 rooms?
usually a room like that would have like a island separating.
Or a little half wall with
Yeah.
some spirals.
Yeah, usually would, but a clever architect, if he wants to manipulate the number of rooms, can just remove the island, and now he's eliminated a room.
Yeah.
How about if we modify that to say a room has distinctive physical borders or distinctive functions?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That would
So, I
make-
mean, I can envision a great room where the kitchen's at one side, then there's a dining room,
yep,
and then at the other side, there's a 72-inch television surrounded by a sectional.
yeah.
To me, that's 3 rooms.
Right.
And without a border, but they have distinctive functions.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
like
that's
that too.
really the only
Well,
one.
that'll take in a lot more of the great rooms. So most of the great rooms will be like that. They have a kitchen, they have a dining room, and then there may
I
be a
think that's
family
3
room.
rooms.
So that'd be 3 rooms. That's a big, well, we can, whatever. But that will be significant, I think, number-wise. But
Most
what they say.
great rooms have some little dark demarcation in them now.
Most of them do, yeah.
Yeah, this language comes from the Hingham part, but it goes on, protrudes into the space or obstructs normal movement within the space and produces a defined visual demarcation.
Right.
A defined visual demarcation, so it's kind of subjected to some extent.
Well, that means that
Then
that
our
they have
problem will be
something that-
being consistent and applying it and,
right.
in size-wise. I think some of these towns have a great room over a certain square foot size, then they say it's 2 rooms, just based on the size. So there's, towns have tried to get at that different ways, but we can, we can do whatever. Now, the process from here is this document will go to a public hearing, and then we'll presumably get a lot of input, because there should be some interested people. And then Judy, what happens if we make some changes at the public hearing? We want to make some changes into the regulation. What do we have to do? Can we just do that with a vote, or do we have to go to another public hearing later and bring it back again?
No, we just, if we have
If
one.
it's minor, if it's a
We-
minor thing, I think you
If
just
it's a minor
proceed.
thing.
Yeah, if the board votes at the public hearing to accept the regulation with these minor edits, or,
I think you can
we
just
can, then we
proceed.
can just proceed.
So if
I
it's
just
minor
I do want to remind you that we do have a definition of a bedroom in, we spoke about this, the two other regulations, of the Title V septic, subsurface sewage regulation and the nitrogen loading regulation. So this is going to have to supplant that, or else
Be referenced.
yeah, so I want to ask town council how to do that, or whether would be best to go back and delete that from those two regulations as well. And say, bedroom
It's a
definition.
legal question.
Please refer to this as a,
Set it up. I like what Ron said, actually.
Yeah, well, so, and what I'm getting at is that we can make some tweaks to it at the next time as well, so.
yeah, we get time.
I would say, in my recollection, I don't think we've had a variance come up where we've done a total house room count, and it's been so high that we couldn't pass it. I mean, this,
I've had it in the office
oh,
before.
you get it beforehand.
Yeah,
So
I've
we don't
had
s-
it.
You correct
I
it before we see it.
recently had one that had like
Right.
a lot of rooms. And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. So,
Well, the architects definitely designed to what the rules are, for sure.
they try to,
And
they
that's, you know,
they
that's what they do,
contact
so
me
that's
and ask me to
nothing
go
wrong
over
with that,
things.
but
So in this whole room count, do you want me to take out some of this language? Because it kind of, if we're gonna say,
In the
a room
open
has a
concept
distinctive
design.
physical borders or distinctive functions, then the next two paragraphs are kind of, not,
or other architectural features that protrude into the space or obstructs normal movement within the space.
and then it says conversely, the lack of any distinctive bump outs.
I would recommend leaving them in. I don't think this is an area where redundancy is going to be a problem.
Okay,
I mean, you're making every effort to try to be as absolutely clear as possible. I would think architects would be very appreciative of that.
yeah.
So you think we should leave it as it is?
The last sentence.
But we
you
have
just-
we have some discretion too, so. But go ahead, Dick.
Well, the last sentence that you were just referring to, the lack of these, projections.
Lack of any distinctive bump out projecting casework or pillars.
Yeah, I think that,
I would eliminate that.
I would, saying that
I
it's.
mean, that's, you don't need
Lack of any
that.
distinctive bump out.
I can change that so it says,
Just leave the
that
first.
has distinctive functions or something like that.
Don't say if it doesn't have.
I can rewrite that,
Then it's only one.
so it basically is consistent with what we have up above.
Yeah, get rid of where it says considered as one room.
Right.
Well, I'm guessing that some of the architects, engineers will be very interested in this because they'll have to design to what this says, and they'll may ask
We don't
for
want it to
clarification about
contradict
exactly
itself
what we
either.
mean and how it's going to be interpreted, which is fair.
Yeah.
Fair question, and we can hash that out, I suppose. But, so where are we now with the open concept design?
I mean,
Ron
I
said
like the
leave
first
in
paragraph.
The first paragraph.
I like the first paragraph. The second paragraph then says conversely, the lack of any distinctive bump out.
That's
which
kind
I
of
think-
redundant anyway, isn't it?
But it says would generally be considered one room, and that's kind of not what we're saying.
We don't want,
That's not
that's,
what we
that's
want.
contradicting what we said
So-
at the beginning.
Right.
Right.
Right. So we may want to strike that sentence.
Okay. And then leave a bedroom cannot be solely accessible through another bedroom. The room providing access to the more distal room would be a room, which we know. We do that anyways. Okay, and then the final part on the enforcement and review, I just beefed that up a little bit. I didn't add any fines or anything like that, any real legal stuff, because really this is just a definition to be used when using our other regulations. So I just,
And this would apply to owners asking for a variance. If it's a place that already exists, they're grandfathered with
Yeah,
the room counts and all
but,
that.
well, I would, yes, it depends. I mean, it depends on the situation. If they're designing a new system, and the house isn't changing, then I'm gonna I'm gonna use the room count
Right,
that.
so they're
whatever
asking
it
for a
is.
variance for a new septic system.
It might
So
not be
that
a
would-
variance, it might be
Oh,
just a
just-
regular coming through the office too, so.
Right, if they're, yeah, okay, putting in a new septic system.
And 9 times out of 10, those are pretty straightforward, you know.
One more thing, are there no summer cottages in Chatham that don't have, that lack heat?
There are
Say it
some.
Well, according to this, if it doesn't have heat, it can't have a bedroom.
Well, that's in the state code, and we can't,
Well,
Yeah.
so if you have a summer cottage without heat, then you can't sleep there.
It's okay.
You don't like
It's
that.
my code.
That's what the answer
that's his answer.
Actually, I heard a
You know,
duck
in this,
doing that the
you're-
other day. I thought it was my
a bedroom has to be heated, certain times of the year.
Oh, can we say that?
I can just say that nobody's building houses without heat anymore, so, this comes up mostly with, pool houses, is when I find that, so, yeah. It's kind of, you know, pool houses are always the problem, because people want it, they say, well, I won't put heat in it, and you go back and there's splits in there and, you know, saunas and,
Okay, so at the public hearing, we may get more input, and we can sort of fine tune that language if we need to.
So
Yep.
are you going to send us this one more time then?
I think we should look at it one more time.
Could use-
I know, I hate to overdo it, but
But
I
Put it
know,
on-
you
put it
do
on
not
as
wanna,
an agenda item.
Do the trackings next
yeah,
time.
let me get the answer
And we
on
can
the-
focus
on the-
right on
Right, and
where
I'll
the
get a
edits
final
are.
cleaned up version, and then I'll have spoken to town council and see what he thinks about it, and
Put
what
it
we
on for the
should,
next
how we
meeting.
should proceed as far as the old
Okay.
regulation.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Bring it back at the
Okay.
next.
And then we can get it on for sometime in, maybe early December and have it be start January 1st or something.
Good.
When would we have our public hearing?
Hopefully early December.
That's long ago. I mean,
Why do we have to put it off so long?
Well, I mean, we have one more meeting in October,
Oh, I see.
and then we have 2 meetings, well, we can do it maybe the second meeting in November. Yeah, or
And then when are you going to bring this final
we
document
have to
back us?
advertise the public hearings 2 weeks and in the paper 2 times prior and,
And when will you bring back a further revision of this whole?
for the next meeting.
Next meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We'll keep moving forward.
Okay, so that'll be
as
next
fast we
meeting,
can.
okay, and then
I
we'll
just-
review the whole thing again at our
realistically,
next meeting.
It's
That's
already,
good.
you know,
Yeah.
next meeting's mid-October, and it'll be Christmas before we know it,
Stop.
so.
And then the short-term rental regulation renewal, that's different, okay. All right.
All right.
Any other questions or comments or
We're getting
any
there.
input from the public on bedroom definition, proposed regulation? Okay,
Seeing none.
all right. And then, lastly, we have,
You know, you can turn the sound off.
is there a button on there that you can turn the sound? I mean, I'm not too good with this smartphone, but I think there's a button on there.
I should have done it the first time. Okay, pardon me.
Okay, the last item is the McGrath, 32 Mill Hill Road, on the cleanup and update from the last meeting, and Judy can give us an update for that.
So Greg said that the date, as far as I know, is the 14th of October. They were waiting for town council to notify the owner of the property and work out with the contractor, the PD detail, and I guess some budget stuff.
Show time should be 10:14.
That's what we're told.
All right.
Bandstands.
That's all I got,
That's good, though.
so.
So they're gonna dig with the excavators, they're gonna dig.
rummage
and look
around.
for-
Well, dig through the layers of trash.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna dig into
They,
the
I don't think
soil.
they know how deep it really is in some of the places.
Right.
I think their plan is to move through, to make a track.
Access,
they can move,
access lane, yeah.
You know, right.
But I think scrap metal, they are going to sell, and then and then if there's an issue, some stuff can be stored. But there's not hazardous materials are gonna be put aside as a separate pile.
Right.
And then that'll be a separate RFP to have someone come in and remove that. But
Right.
it's not gonna be a situation where any of this trash is left behind by the owner's request or whatever. It's all gonna be cleaned up.
Good.
And put in different piles.
Yep.
And then the maintenance,
Piles.
the judge gave,
Joanna has it.
my understanding is the judge gave the town the authority to maintain the cleanup.
That's
But
good.
if we have to do that, I think Mr. Berman said that that would be another RFP and getting the money and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, this is a
That'll be
one-time deal,
process
so.
going through, so we'll have to sort of.
Unless it's a de minimis amount, I don't think you'd have to go RFP if the amount of re-cleaning is fairly minimal.
And who would do it?
I
A
think-
contractor or the DPW? That was the
I
previous
think
issue.
you can just pick a I don't think you have to
Oh.
I don't think you need to necessarily do a formal RFP if the scope of the work is below a certain threshold.
Right.
That's
That
the
would be
point I was
something
gonna
Greg
make.
would be very familiar with, because he
Right.
works with those big contracts all the time.
Right.
So I think Joanna had a
I did.
question.
Yes.
I drove by yesterday, just to show people. It's kind of a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was, there were so many tires, and I'm wondering, are they recyclable? Will they be able to sell those for the?
Those usually go, they'll be removed. I don't think. they
special
get
handling
sold. There's
process for
special
them.
handling for them, yes.
But can you recycle
I
rubber
think they
tires
can
for
go to
money?
tire plants where they will shred them and use them
I think you
for
have to
other
pay to
materials.
get.
I think usually you
Yeah.
wind up paying to get rid of
I
them.
think a tire's like a match.
But I did drive by today too, and with the pile of tires
I mean, it
was
was
new.
amazing.
The new pile of tires?
Yeah, and there's a car parked down there, a new one, not a new one, a different one.
So why,
No significant cleanup from before, so.
why would we be seeing prior to the cleanup arrival of more debris?
Right.
Unless there was a premeditated intent. I'm just thinking out loud. I just,
Right.
To get rid of stuff? Yeah.
But who's getting rid of it?
Well, I mean, eventually he's paying for it, so, I mean,
yeah. So, but how did a bunch of new, I don't know what you all saw.
I haven't seen that.
How many tires are we talking about?
30, 40,
Oh, easily.
50?
Oh, wow.
Easily,
Some-
huge.
They may have had rims on them
Somebody's
too.
bringing in stuff before it's getting cleaned up.
Somebody may be paying him to dump tires on his lot. The town will remove those tires for free. They'll put a lien on his house, he doesn't care about that. So right now, he can make a profit.
Side money.
If somebody brings 500 tires and puts them on his lot, they might pay him $500. And the town is on the hook to remove those tires.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what his motivation is. He's been very difficult to deal with. He's been a problem. This has been going on for maybe decades.
He says that's part of his income stream.
And so it's not all rational and
Yeah.
making sense. So
Okay.
I think trying to
All right.
figure it out doesn't get us too far. But we have October 14th to clean it up, and the judge has given us the authority to do it, so that's good.
Yes, it's
And
very
it should be
good.
done
Questions?
within 2 weeks.
Yes,
Is that what I understand?
yep.
I think if the town has to pay the cost of getting rid of 500 tires, it'd be worth it to get rid of this
yeah.
problem.
And the suggestion is that
Eventually, it'll be a lien.
the contractor have police to help
Yeah.
with traffic and whatever.
Security.
Other comments or questions, or,
I'm happy.
so, been a long process, and Mr. Berman basically is handling all the contract stuff at this point.
Yep.
Any public input on 32 Mill Hill Road cleanup?
Nope.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, so now we have any public comments or future agenda items request. We know that the bedroom definitions will be coming back on. And we'll have more short-term rental violations.
Those
A
will
few
be-
every week, kind of. I think
Yeah,
is
every
the
month or
plan.
so, yeah. We're
And
trying to
Karen
get-
will be here to work on that next time, hopefully.
Yep.
Anything else? Agenda items, things we need to pick up, do?
I'll make a motion, we accept the draft meeting summary from September 15th, 2025.
We moved right on to minutes.
Right. In a second?
Second,
Okay, and then I'll take a roll call. Carol Boyce?
Yes.
John Beckley?
Yes.
Ron Broman?
yes.
Dick Edwards?
Yes.
And Noble Hanson, yes. And then can I get a motion to adjourn?
So move?
Second,
Okay,
And then a vote, Carol Boyce?
yes.
John Beckley?
Yes.
Ron Bowman?
yes.
Dick Edwards?
Yes.
Noble Hanson? Yes. We are adjourned.